Hey guys, welcome to another episode of One Pleasant Podcast, the only podcast you can play Shadow the Hedgehog to. I'm here with Ken.
Yo, yo, yo.
I'm here with Tim.
So,
And I'm here with James. He's probably pissed.
Shadow the Hedgehog is the best game ever. No one said shit about it.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but your opinion is wrong.
It's just wrong. I never beat that game, and I don't intend to go back and beat it.
I beat it once, I'm never doing it again.
I beat the entire thing.
No, I wasn't gonna go beat the entire thing.
I never did either. It's honestly pointless. Like, that game is just like, okay, it's literally the same thing over and over again. You're just like, fuck this, I'm not even gonna do it anymore.
I hate all three of you.
But no. Let's get started with the topics then, shall we?
Oh yeah.
So Halloween's around the corner. Tell me your stories, man. Your Halloween stories. Of your youth or recent. Doesn't really matter.
I have one of my youth, which was, last year, around this time.
That counts.
That counts, yeah. So at this, there's one's quick one. There was me, Dylan, Brian, the next Channing Tatum, as we like to call him.
He is the next Channing Tatum.
He is the next Channing Tatum. But there was this one time we were out trick or treating. Everyone thought I was a 12-year-old, but whatever. I was 15 at the time.
He is a 12-year-old. I'm kidding.
Still look like one.
I'm 13 years old, okay, guys? But I remember this one time I was running from Dylan and Brian, and phantom hole, and I tripped, and everyone dogpiled me, and then Brian farted on me. I was like, you disgusting next Channing Tatum. Thank you. But that's just something that I always stuck in my memory.
Were you guys dressed up or anything?
They dressed. I said I was a black man. So.
Ken, you unimaginative little prick.
No, that counts as a costume, Kevin. Don't you dare.
Excuse me. I was not a black man. I was another black man.
Oh. Well, pardon my language then. I take it all back.
But so I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that. But I was at my first high school party, and it was on Halloween, which was my senior year. And one thing to get this, I've told you this story to you guys before. You already know it, but not the audience. I had a lot of firsts at this party.
Looking ass.
GG.
Trying to make people jealous. I swear to God.
I'm not trying to make anyone jealous. It was just he said.
How would you even get jealous, bro?
It was Halloween. It was a memory of mine. It was Halloween memory. So to put it short, we played Truth or Dare, and when it's just a whole bunch of teenagers and no parents are around, it gets pretty crazy. The first time I ever made out with a girl, first time I ever swooned, or first time I ever had dry sex. And yeah, at this one party, it was just wow. I'm like,
Ken, I don't know if you whispered soft enough. Like your parents might have heard.
yeah, I think
the neighbors might have heard.
I think they might have heard me too.
They're
But,
coming in like, really?
As a matter of fact, I think I did. Down my street.
But yeah, it was all cool. But that was when I met a girl who thought Cards Against Humanity was the worst game to ever exist, and it was unimaginative and blah 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 blah, all along those lines. I disowned her immediately.
Because Ken owned her.
I disowned her existence. That's what I did.
Okay.
But it was still pretty cool. I had fun. I danced, and that was just a short memory. I'm not going to go into too much detail of it. I just had a lot of first moments that time. So yeah.
Did you ask the female gender to dance?
I did.
I wasn't expecting you to say yes. What kind of dance? Grinding?
No. We jigged. Like, legitimately jigged. So,
Jig. Like, okay, what do you mean jig?
like you
Like, when I
walked in,
think jig, I think
you think
dance.
you walked into a 1920s high school milk shop, right? Or malt bar. That's what they're called. And someone turned on the jukebox and they got some jammy jams going.
Jukeboxes weren't around in the 1920s.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I'm gonna go jump off the cliff now.
You do that. Meanwhile, Tim, it is your turn, if you have any.
Ah!
Actually, I do. He really did fall off that cliff. But yeah, dude, it was last Halloween. It seems like it was 3 years ago, though. I don't know. Time just flies now.
Tell
But
me about it, bruh.
I know. There was just this one girl that I was messing with at the time, just stupid teenagers, she's cute, I'm gonna talk to her, hang out with her. We went to this Halloween party, it was cool, and I don't have, the thing is, I don't have any regrets about that night. Like, nothing out of hand happened, it was a legit good party between good friends, had a beer or two. It was a good ass night, went home, had a good ass sleep, got some lip, made out a little bit in the car. It was nice, it was tight. It was a
And it's
cool
a great
ass
way to
night
stay in
though.
shape.
It is. It really. It is, man. It is. It really is. I hope that the thing is though. I hope that every Halloween though just gets better for real. Cause I'm trying to keep it at a good streak. Cause the last few, like they were all right, but like I want to make sure my Halloweens now are like
Once again,
bomb. You know what I'm saying?
to a chick
We need to do
at
some
costume.
crazy shit.
Excuse me,
What?
Optimus Prime costume.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be dope.
Like he's not even denying it. He's just like, you know what? That actually sounds really cool, Kendrick.
I'd fuck with that. I'd probably put on the Optimus Prime costume.
No, the chick's wearing the Optimus Prime costume.
I think I need to use
Oh,
Halloween to, like, as an excuse to go out and buy a Shrek costume. I've been meaning to do that for, like, ever. That's on my bucket list, and it's shitty that I have that on my bucket list, but it's there.
You know what, Kevin?
It's there.
Our bucket list is to hit rock bottom, and
Dude,
we're
we're in search of it right now.
you sure are.
James, do you have any stories?
James, do you have a story you want to share with us?
That's the night he 100%ed Shadow the Hedgehog.
Freaking vampire costume. And it was like going, what, kindergarten maybe? Okay, so I went to school dressed up as a vampire. Like everybody else has to like dress up and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like this one girl, she was also dressed up as a vampire too.
Was this kindergarten you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
ooh.
And like,
Surprised you remember that.
walking around saying that she's my bride and all that shit.
That's what actually that's what everyone does at it until they become like actual adults. Everybody does that. Actually, no, that stops like 8th grade.
That actually leads me to another question. Like, do you guys remember all the different costumes that you've had as a kid?
I mean, I didn't wear that many costumes as a kid, but
If you can remember any.
I know every costume I have worn.
Shoot.
Same.
All right. One year I went as a soldier. Another year I went as a black guy. One year I went as Chris Brown because I was lazy.
Yay.
I'm hurt.
I kid you not. One year I went as a hunter. A hunter, is that what they're called? From Left 4 Dead.
Nice. That's actually
And
pretty cool.
yeah, and this is the last costume I wore. One year I went as Pikachu.
That's actually adorable.
That's pretty dope.
I was like
Pika
7
Ken.
years. I was 7 years old. Yeah, Pika Ken.
Oh my god! I think you're just, dude.
I had the costume for memorabilia's sake, but it's probably mom probably burned it for all I know.
Oh, well, he's not gonna need this anymore. Better burn it.
I tried the last time I put on that costume was when I was like 13 years old. I was like, I wonder if I can still fit it. I put it on and like muscles are showing and everything. I was like, you know what? I don't need to wear this ever again. Except I wasn't muscular at that time. I was like, scrawny, weird looking
Somebody just
Yeah, I
walks
can.
by nonchalantly. Hey Ken, I can see your genitals through your Pikachu costume. Ken gets all No, Ken wouldn't get self-conscious. He'd be flaunting it. Just pelvic thrust in the air.
I don't know. It's the room. That's why it's echo because it's the square. But yeah, I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop right there. I have to remember. I have to stop going some places. So I'll go downhill immediately. So Kevin, tell us about your Halloween memories.
Yeah.
I mean, recently, there hasn't been much. I usually just chill at home. I don't know. Like, it's on a school night. And after school, I'm dead. I don't want to do anything. But before, there was this one day where I hung out with two friends who still live in the area. And I remember I went as some undead dude who had his throat slashed or something.
Damn.
My friend
Pretty cool.
was a terrorist. No, both of them were terrorists.
I can't say it. I cannot say it.
I could say it.
And so we went around the rich neighborhoods. Like, the candy there was just fantastic. Some people even
Full-size
put
candy
out,
bar.
oh yeah, full-size candy bars. I'm talking like Sprites in a cooler, all that stuff. And so his dad was so cool. He was like, "Hey, your gun makes noise, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." Okay, I'm gonna roll down the window, and just like I'm gonna drive really fast by this group of trick-or-treaters. And when that happens, I want you to point the gun out the window, start firing, and
Oh my god.
yell Allah as loud as you can. And he did, and it was like this was around middle school, so we were still hitting puberty. So
Oh
imagine
man.
like a little sixth or seventh grade kid with a squeaky voice yelling, exactly.
You know what?
My gosh. Was that on point or?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it was close. But no, that was a good night. That was the
That's
best
not.
trick or treat ever. There was so much candy.
That's not a good puberty. I hate that.
As far as costumes, I remember like the earlier ones. I was huge into like Barney and the Teletubbies. I think I was the yellow Teletubby, even though that was a chick.
You know what?
No, it was
GG,
purple.
Kevin.
It was
GG.
purple.
I'm done. I'm out of here.
It was
You
purple.
dressed. It was purple. Okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it was what's his name? Tinky Winky.
Yeah.
So how old
Oh my
was
god.
Tinky Winky?
I was not even in preschool, I don't think.
Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. You know what?
Like both these costumes were like before and around preschool.
That's adorable.
And
When you were making out with chicks under the table, but you know, whatever.
yeah, I was doing that. I was a bad kid.
God dang it, Kevin.
Getting laid. He was a pimp daddy getting laid at like
That
first.
would have been weird.
That would have been weird.
I didn't even know what that was. I didn't even know what was down there. But that's a whole other conversation, which is a perfect segue into our next topic, actually knowing what's down there. So, pornography. Is it good?
Kevin, that's like
Well,
saying is candy sweet.
well, I mean,
Shut up,
yeah,
Tim.
I understand. Nah, can I say?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just joshing you.
Okay, so how I feel about porn, like in general, I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And some people, I guess, can go to because I know some people get fired at work for watching it there. You know,
Just like,
but
why?
I
you
wouldn't
gotta
fire
be
you.
careful with things. Yeah, I'm not saying I do that. I'm not like that, but I mean, it's a part. Honestly, it's kind of a part of your life if you think about it. Depending on how much you incorporate it in there, you know,
Mhm.
because there's nothing wrong with having an orgasm. You know, like that's actually healthy. You know, that's a sign that you're healthy. It keeps your body going good. You know, relieves stress and everything. So I honestly enjoy. You know, sometimes you enjoy the plot of the porn. You know, you never know because you might watch it. You know, bust a nut, keep watching it. You maybe want to see the ending. You know,
Quoting
that's
Dr.
just me.
Timothy Ware.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
I mean,
he said plot.
okay.
I was like, dude.
There's only one type of out there that has the good plot, and that's hentai. That's it.
Did you say hentai?
I did. Hentai? Did anybody say hentai?
Like,
Oh,
the
I mean,
reason,
those do have good plots, though. I usually don't skip through those.
like, the reason I don't think porn has, like, any kind of plot whatsoever.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at
like,
all.
of course, it's supposed to focus on, you know, the sexual part, but it's just the same reason why I feel stupid, like, about 20 minutes in, when they're just talking like complete idiots. It's like, I feel
Oh
like an
yeah,
animal.
you like to read? Yeah, I'm reading your body language, and they make the stupidest facial expressions and stuff. And you're like,
And the guy won't shut up.
oh yes,
The guy won't stop talking.
it's worse in German. I'm telling you.
I have yet to watch it in German, and I don't want to.
Don't like German proms is nice, but it's just
But
they're having like he's having a conversation with the girl and she's not even talking.
she's not even
He's like,
moaning anymore.
she's like he's like ik ben I. What? Ah, Jesus, I say. Ik ben I undesikker. And they're like, dude, shut up! I know half of what you're saying. Just stop talking.
We're not here for you.
Well, sure, I'm not. That's for sure.
That's for true. And I think, did Tim drop?
You might have killed him.
No, I'm right
Still
here.
here. Okay. I don't have Skype up, so I don't know. I should keep that up. Okay, so what the reason I brought this up is in I it was this a while ago when I first thought of the topic. I can't even remember anymore. But for some reason porn came into the conversation and it was about whether it helps a relationship
Or
or strains it in a way. You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel you.
Really, should we say that again?
The topic that they were discussing is whether it helps a relationship or whether it
Hmm.
strains a relationship. And
Well, that depends.
Yeah.
surprisingly, like, I guess it's because I hang around with dudes a lot, but when you hear somebody say, like, oh, it's bad, it's like, wow, I never really thought about it that way. It's,
I mean,
try
it's
not to
weak.
sound prudish, but they do bring up good points. It's like, your expectations when you get into the bedroom just, like, if you don't know any better, that thing could ruin your relationship if you're
Oh
not
yeah.
careful.
Like if you're trying to go to proms to teach you how to do it, you're gonna be poking them in the belly button at that point.
Oh yeah. But on the same note, like, I'm just playing devil's advocate right now.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of parents that are afraid to teach their kids about that. They're even afraid to let them participate in sex ed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this actually has taught, you know, kids how to do that
Mhm.
to some degree. It's
And
not like they're experts or anything, but they
no,
know how everything works, which is
yeah,
important.
no one's an expert at sex. No one can be an expert at sex.
Tim's got his PhD in it.
You know what? You're absolutely
Yeah,
right. Tim
dude.
does. Tim does actually have his PhD in it. I forgot. Tim
Dude, I
was.
had to go to school, bro. You don't understand how many hoes I had to go through. All them thoughts, like it was ridiculous, nigga.
I forgot. Tim
Ridiculous.
got his doctorate in sex.
He was just
But
swatting them away.
he couldn't control it, man. But real talk. In terms of a relationship, like I almost said platonic. I'm like that's the opposite of what I was trying to say. But in terms of a relationship, male, female, male, male, female, doesn't matter, whatever. It just depends on how they see it as it. If it is like, hey, I watched this, I want to try some of the things in it. You probably shouldn't, but whatever gives you new ideas and knock stuff out. But if it's like, I don't know, I feel like some people can argue, hey, it makes me feel like I'm cheating. Other people could argue, nah, it's just a video. It depends on personal opinion all in the end.
Yeah,
But
like I've definitely
I know,
heard
I
both
know, I
arguments.
see, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like crap, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. It was along the same lines of that, and now I'm completely drawn a blank. Save me, guys, save me.
Push them off the cliff.
What's going on? Hurry up! What is? I'm dying as well.
Ah, crap! Now we're having everyone die. Jesus, well, I might as well go jump off that cliff again. Ah!
You hear him laugh after he hits the floor.
Ah! That sounds actually painful. You know what? I'm done jumping off cliffs. But
I hate that. That's like a complete mind blank. I had it, and then boom, it's gone.
You know what, Kevin? That's okay. I have that all the time when I try to.
Like, if you guys keep talking about it, it might come back.
Yeah. I was gonna go off a tangent a little bit. I was gonna be like, the first time I tried to lay it in the bed, I poked her in the belly button. I never got laid again. But
She told everybody.
she told everybody. That's another story. I hope they get. That would be you. Siri, why are you on? I did not even. No!
She wants to join the podcast. God damn, she wants to join the podcast, bro.
No!
She
First of
thirsty.
all, yeah, she is thirsty.
Yeah.
First of all, how'd she even turn on? I didn't even say the two magic words. So, yeah.
I think I remember.
Alright, go for
I
it.
think it might have had something to do with you definitely have to have that transparency when you're in a relationship. That just goes without saying. But especially about this. Like, if you go on about it and she doesn't know, that's totally going to be detrimental. Like, even if she's cool with it, like the fact that you didn't say anything, it might seem a bit sketch. I don't know. Like, there's so many, like, factors that come into play.
Like, if the girl doesn't want to know what you're doing with it, she just most times won't ask, and you don't have to tell her. That's like something. Other times, girls are like, "No, that's cheating. You're looking at a different woman while we're in the same relationship." Blah 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 blah. And you're like, you know what, GG, girl, I got you. I won't look at it. I mean, most times when I'm in a relationship, my prawns watching go down like 80%.
If she does her job, I'm kidding. That was completely
that was bad.
Quest for rock bottom, man.
Yeah, rock bottom, man. I'm gonna make a joke later on that's gonna send me a little further than you, so whatever.
Oh, we'll see about that. Okay, what you were saying.
Crap! Now you make me forget.
It's bad. What does James think about it?
James, what do you think about proms and relationships and whatnot?
If you're in a relationship, most of the time it's bad.
Really? Why do you think that?
It makes women feel insecure. If a guy actually watches porn when they're in a relationship, it really does make a woman insecure.
That he brings up a good point. Like none of us brought that up.
Say that again.
He said that it makes women feel insecure when guys watch prawns, and I can explain, or not explain. I can understand that.
I mean, yeah, I understand that.
Especially
with some
if
women,
you're like
yeah.
watching
freaking
Alexis
told me
Texas
not
or Bonnie Rotten.
Well, no, I see how it can make them feel insecure. Like, if you were dating a woman who was maybe either she had more weight on her or she didn't, and you would watch, like, the opposite, like, kind of sex, you know what I mean?
I was going to say...
Then I could see how her feeling insecure, yeah, but...
No.
Any other time, like, I would not even care. Like, if I'm dating a chick, she's watching some... I don't even care, bro. She's just getting off to whatever. Like, long as... if it's too freaky, and I don't know about it, as long as we don't do that during sex, I don't care. But I can be a freak, so that shit don't matter. Like...
Tim, how did this get on to you?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
That jumped from a whole nother tangent.
I'm sorry, that just happened.
Okay.
Well, now that we're on the subject, Tim, would you ever use a sex swing?
A what?
A sex swing.
What is that?
Okay, you gotta look it up.
Yeah,
It's because I can't explain it any better than that.
Can I just look it up right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah,
right
go
now,
do it.
that's what
I'll do it. I'm doing it right now. You said
Yeah,
a sex swing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally looking it up right now.
So James is looking it
I'm
up too, right? All right. Me and Kevin are gonna continue this conversation.
Change adult private. I'm opening it up with private browsing. Hold
All right.
on.
You
So
can actually learn how to assemble one on YouTube.
you can learn how to do a lot of things on YouTube.
Like, I would have expected this to have been blocked, but it's not. That and foot fetish videos. There's a lot of foot fetish videos on YouTube.
God, this looks great.
Wait, what?
Wow,
Jay, you want me to help you explain this one, James?
I actually like it.
Tim's like, I would totally use this.
I
Assembly
would.
required, though.
Yeah, James, what don't you understand about it?
Okay, let me just read it.
All right,
Let me actually read it. Okay.
he's gonna read the description of
It's
it.
a type of.
Safe and a good way to stay in shape.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it. James is like, this is too stupid. Unlock your phone. Okay. A sex swing, also known as a sling. Just that alone. A sling is a type of harness designed to allow sexual intercourse while a partner is suspended. Gosh, what? So while I was reading Sex Swing, his phone decided, hey, let's look up buttocks. And I just got two big butts in my face. Suspended while the other moves freely. Though there is considered variety in the exact specifications, the most common sex swings have the support in the back, another for the buttocks, and stirrups for each leg, which can be used to adjust it while the user is suspended.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just
As Tim said, it's a great way to stay in shape.
it says Dr. Tim.
So it's
It's
just a workout thing.
No,
safe
James.
and a great
It's just,
Okay, it's like.
You're working out that big. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
in a way.
that is a muscle.
In a way, you ain't wrong.
but how did we get from? You know what? I don't even care anymore. This is beautiful.
Talking about
I'm really
prawns.
taking one of these. How much are these? Can you buy them? Like,
Yes,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can-
just go to any adult store. I'm sure you'll find one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
So
don't buy
let's.
it used. Just don't buy it used.
$60.
Ew.
Like, I was watching a show and she was trying to sell a used one.
Ew.
The fantasy door swing. It's only $49.95. It's not that bad. No drilling, no hardware needed. Now enjoy love swing
No
sex
drilling. I
attraction.
don't want that product. But
You get 2 heavy-duty adjustable harnesses and 2 durable acrylic tubes. Just drape the tubes over the top of the door opening, close the door, and lock.
You know what?
Lower
I
the-
think we should change OUP One Unpleasant Podcast to One Unpleasant Prawns Cast. Just
We
Just
can
change
go
it.
on and on about that.
but just to shorten
I'm
it
getting
up,
that.
Tim, of course you would get that.
How about that's a not birthday, a Christmas present. Just ask for Christmas.
I would like a
Mom,
sling.
I want the sling, Mom. The butt sling. Can I?
Just like, what is it used for? You know, yoga.
Yoga. Like Tim gives her
Person
that
yoga.
2-person yoga. 2-person that looks like one person having sexual intercourse with the other type yoga. It's popular with the kids now, Mom. Jeez, catch up.
Well, if you say so. I mean, I don't want to be behind on the times. I mean, actually, that'd be weird. I wouldn't want my parents getting me that.
I wouldn't want my parents to even think about it.
That's what I
decide
tell
that they
them.
want to borrow it. I'm done. I'm done talking for the rest of tonight.
Does anybody have a bottom line to declare? Anybody in this whole
Oh.
prawns thing?
Oh, I was gonna say like some things like pros and cons of prawns.
Shoot.
Like just short. Pros. It's a good way to make yourself feel better when no one else is around.
True.
Yeah.
2, it's easy access. It's really easy to access some of this. It's
Too easy.
Too easy, actually.
It's bad sometimes.
I just want to look up, Pokemon, and you know what I get? I get Misty in the background. doing some things I don't want to see. Why is that a thing? Don't know. She's 10 years old. Well, 12 years old.
Why are you even looking at Pokemon?
I wasn't. I was looking up just normal Pokemon.
You search his history, it says Misty getting railed by Blastoids.
And it's healthy to an extent, yeah.
And it's a great way to stay in shape.
Cons. Men that talk too much. That's it. Oh, wait. Bad actors. That is the worst thing to go. Like, we could have a whole separate podcast about bad acting in cons.
But it could be bad actor, good sex, or
No, it ruins it all. It does. No,
sometimes
you already said it
sometimes
yourself.
the dumb blonde though. Sometimes the dumb blonde is hot. It's funny, you know.
Tim,
And
you
so
said you're a freak. Of course you'd be into that.
I mean, I'm a man of many freaks. A freak of I just.
You make
I
yourself
don't even know
look
what
terrible. Stop talking. I mean,
In terms of relationships, as James said, the insecurities is a thing. That's actually something I never thought of.
it blew by my mind, but I never actually thought of it in depth. So James brought up a really good point.
There's also, let's say you're married and you're in a dry spell. Like, let's say one partner doesn't want to do it one night, but the other one does. Instead of, going to sleep with a dry D, you just go to the bathroom and take care of it. No big deal.
Yeah.
And it helps in that situation.
It truly does. Now it's the other partner's like, whoa, bro, I can't believe you just did that. You'd be like, but you didn't want to do it tonight. Well, it's like, I want a divorce, and it's...
By the way, I'm taking the dog. The dog hates you.
The dog hates you, Ken.
I gotta be me specifically. Why is that, Tim?
Yeah, bitch. No.
You know what?
On that note, it's also depending on the partner as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are they cool with it? Are they not cool with it?
I mean, if Kevin was my partner, I'd be gooch with it all the time.
I'd watch it. No.
And here comes the fan fiction.
And then, on that note, if they're not cool with it, are you willing to just, stop?
Slap them in the face? Oh.
I mean...
That is a good question. Would you stop? Say you're head over heels for somebody and they want you to stop. Would you do it?
Yeah, of course. If I love somebody, dearly love somebody, yeah, I'd stop for them.
I mean, I probably would stop, but I mean...
That's a bullshit lie.
Hell no. You're not going to stop me from being me. You're going to have to deal with that.
I'm trying to stop you from being you wouldn't stop. That's the point.
And the thing is, it's just I mean, it'd be different if it was the cause of something bad in the relationship. But if I'm just being me and it ain't having no effect on you, I ain't gonna stop watching porn. Just mind your own damn business.
Okay. Let me
that just proved my point.
Let me rephrase that question. She wants you to stop watching porn. This doesn't mean she doesn't want you to stop masturbating.
Exactly.
Let's say you have pictures and you have videos.
Of her?
Yes. The question is, would you stop watching porn?
Yeah, I'd do it for her. I'd do it for a day. Kevin's kind of like...
I would. I think I could do it. So long as I could still, wank. Otherwise, I'm gonna get real aggressive real fast.
Slam her on the kitchen table.
You just, I said aggressive, and you said slam. I think we're done.
GG, Kevin, GG! GG terrorist, GG.
I can actually see that. That is so funny.
You can just imagine Kevin one day comes from work and she's like, I'm feeling aggressive, honey, and he just picks her up and boom!
Why do you say it like that? I'm feeling aggressive, honey. Oh dear Lord. Okay.
Should we go to the next topic?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm hurt.
I want that on a t-shirt now. I'm feeling aggressive. Oh god.
Okay. Next topic is actually one I've been wanting to talk about for a while now.
Oh my cheeks.
Feuds and hate within the music industry. Now, I'm sure everybody knows an example of this, so
Yeah, definitely.
the question becomes, what impact does this have on... First, we're going to start as you as a fan, and then we'll go into the larger picture. So,
Okay.
anybody that wants to start, you can use an example,
I'll,
however you want to tackle it.
I mean, I can start.
Shoot.
Alright. Okay. Well, me personally, like growing up as sing bands, going into feuds and having arguments and whatever goes down, and usually you kind of you either pick a side or you're like, this is stupid, whatever, And depending on how much you like that band, you normally pick a side. And being me, I would always pick a side. I'd be like, oh, they're stupid for this reason, like they're wrong for this reason. But now, honestly, like if it's more than just them talking shit than an actual something physically happening, it's usually a publicity stunt. And I've learned that because sometimes they do that to get bigger for something, to promote maybe a tour. Because I've seen bands do that, especially recently, and I've just learned that. Because like usually, if it's not something serious, then you would know. But if they're usually just talking shit, and you see people choosing sides, and then they realize it's all for nothing. But me, I try not to let that affect me too much, depending on what it is. But if it's an artist you like, you can't really help it. So really, all just depends on what's going on.
Truth.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Ken, you go first.
okay. I was gonna go off the basis as a fan, but you said as a fan and in the bigger picture. But yeah, most times I automatically assume it's a publicity stunt because most times it is. But as a fan standpoint, I think it affects us like negatively more than it affects us positively because you know, first of all, if you're a fan of that specific band and you're not of another band, so I'm going to use two bands as an example: Falling in Reverse and then Icy Stars. I'm a fan of Icy Stars, big time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could care less about Falling in Reverse. Never cared about them all that much to begin with, they're just another band. I just didn't, fall into them.
Yeah, they suck.
Ken, go fall off a cliff. One part.
In reverse, Kevin. Okay, back to my example.
No, back to the cliff.
but so I'm an Icy Stars fan. I could care less about Falling in Reverse. They do whatever they do. They're their own thing. I just don't care all that much about them. And then I'm like, oh well, I'd like be like, oh yeah, Icy Stars, they're pretty cool. And they'd be like, oh, you like Icy Stars? You filthy pleb, huh? And I'm like, whoa, we were just friends 5 seconds ago. Why are we gonna be like this? And they'd be like, yeah, Icy Stars is having beef with Falling in Reverse. I can't be a friend with you or something like that. That's one way it can affect us negatively. You can immediately break human connections in that way just because of their dedication to one band.
Which is stupid.
Yeah, which is actually pretty stupid. I can be friends with you. You can like Falling in Reverse. I can like Icy Stars. That doesn't have to, determine our friendship,
Truth.
And then, that's really the main negative of it. It can't enjoy a solid day of the band without having let's say I want to go look up Icy Stars merchandise. Some fan is gonna make the merchandise for the hate war or whatever. Or something like that, or you're gonna look up Icy Stars and then you see a feud between Falling in Reverse and whatnot. And then the last real negative point about it. Oh, you gotta be bloody kidding me! I just forgot what it was. Oh wait, I know. It's when you're let's say you both like Falling in Reverse and Icy Stars, you immediately feel torn between them because they're two of your favorite bands.
Yeah, I remember saying that to somebody. It feels like having to choose between a parent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy, but for some reason you feel the need to choose.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Like if Famous Last Words or like almost said Devin Martin, Devin Oliver and TJ from Famous Last Words were to like start feuding now, I couldn't pick a side. Like what
That
Icy
would fuck
Stars, that would mess me up because Famous Last
me.
Words is pretty dope. Like they were the second band or third band I enjoyed the most, and like I listened to them very much. And then there's Icy Stars, who I've been listening to for the longest and got me into the genre. I'd be definitely torn. So
I remember I said this about, I think it was Escape the Fate and Falling in Reverse, because I had actually, and a lot of people are gonna give me flack for this, but I had actually hopped onto the Escape the Fate fan wagon
you dirty slut.
after
Yeah.
after Ronnie left or kicked
Mhm.
out, whatever you want to call it.
Ronnie Radke?
Yeah.
Yeah, after he
Yep.
left. And so I listened to them for a while and then realized that, oh, hey, there's another singer in the band. I went and listened to the other stuff and I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. I like this, if not better than what they have now. And so at that time, those two bands were really like among the 5 bands that I really listened to at the time. And at a time when I
Mhm.
really needed it, I was in Honduras and I was a freshman in a foreign country, which is terrible. So it felt, I felt helpless, you know, when you're sitting there on the message boards, you're just like, guys, come on, it's music.
True.
You don't have to hate people, but at the same time, you love hearing about it. I know I definitely loved hearing about this stuff. Like, oh, there's a new or there's a new interview where he slams so and so. Like, that's
Mhm.
juicy stuff. I do want to hear about it, but that's also fuel to the fire, and
It
I
really is.
shouldn't be putting any kind of support in that. But nowadays, nowadays I don't really listen to that genre in particular, subgenre, whatever, but I still see it. For example, Jack White and Patrick McCartney or not Patrick McCartney, Patrick, I forget his last name. His first name's Patrick, and he's the drummer for the Black Keys. And they've
Mhm.
been going at it for
Ooh,
who knows how
crap.
long. And admittedly, I like Jack White better than I like Patrick. That's I'm willing to admit that. But the thing about this whole feud is that bugs me is that I listen to a lot of interviews. I pay attention to what these guys say and I find some truth in it. Specifically what Jack White
Mhm.
says. So Jack White, for those that don't know, he started the White Stripes and through that he got really big. The White Stripes are really big on bluesy kind of garage band type rock. And so
Mhm.
in one of his interviews, I remember Jack saying like what's music about, and he simply stated it's about the truth. Like music is just
Mhm.
this divine thing where you're a vessel for whatever higher being walks into the room and, you know, gives you that inspiration or whatnot, and it really struck a chord with me. But when I see him out there picking fights with other band members or whatever saying these things, it's like, do you really mean that it's all about the music? Like, if it's all about the music, why does it matter? Like, this is the
Yeah.
thing that I've had with all artists. Even if you're bashing Justin Bieber, I don't care. Music is, to me, it's always been this universal, it breaks boundaries, this universal entity. It's just, I don't even, I haven't come up with a way to explain it better than that. But
Oh,
it's
dude, I
not
get you.
something to be picking sides over.
Mm-hmm.
It's something to
Mhm.
simply be enjoyed. And with that
Exactly.
said, going back to the following and reverse thing, I can remember when what was that song's name? I forgot, but I was so into it at the time. Raised by the Wolves. Do you guys remember that song?
Yeah,
Oh,
I used to love that song.
I used to
It
love
is
that
shit
song.
to me now, but I used to love that song.
So everybody knew it was about the feud. Everybody knew it was.
Oh yeah.
That whole
Oh yeah.
album was about the feud.
It was. But that's honestly when I think that it goes too far. It's just like you have to make a whole album. Like, come on, man. Like,
Definitely.
you
Like,
guys, that's taking it over the top. And you're not, and like you said before, it's not even about the music anymore at that point. You're really just fighting someone, and music isn't meant for that. You know, like it's for
exactly.
everybody.
Not to say that you can't write a song that's,
Yeah,
negative.
yeah, for somebody. Yeah,
But
because that's just how music is.
yeah.
When
But,
you, yeah,
go ahead.
they're like making a war though. Like their intention is to start a war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's not cool. Like, as
Not
artists, you
cool.
need to stand together.
Yeah.
But, I was gonna say that it's also, there's also a bit of responsibility directed towards the fans. Like, when you listen to an album like, what was that album called? Falling in Reverse's first album.
No idea. I
It was
forgot.
subtitled, right?
But no, I thought it had a name.
Yes. I don't listen to phone.
Drug Me Is You or something.
Yeah, it was The Drug in Me Is You.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that whole album was a feud album. It was like, for the most part, it was directed towards Escape the Fate. There's no denying this. I
Oh
think
yeah.
it's part, like, there's a bit of responsibility directed towards the fan to take that and not, like, how should I put this? Not take it in a
Into
way
consideration.
that's negative. Not even that. Like, hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, they're presenting this narrative to you, but you have the right and almost the responsibility not to take that route, but your own. So, for example, Caught Like a Fly. That was about Max Green, the bassist. But when you listen to that song, you really shouldn't think about it that way. You should think about it as, well, I'm a guy that's obviously been wronged. In that sense, it becomes what I think music should be, in a reflection of emotion.
Mm-hmm.
It only becomes a problem for me is when you go out attacking other artists and I guess you want your fans to know about it, or not to know about it, but you want them to have some kind of
Resentment towards the other man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't have said that better myself, but yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So that being said, every time I hear this, like, oh, Jack White said this about Patrick, or Patrick said this about Jack White, you just gotta sit back and just be like, at the end of the day, they're two amazing artists. Give me both amazing music. What more could I ask for?
Mm-hmm.
If they want to feud, fine. But when it comes to setting an example for future artists, this is not the route I would have taken at all. But that is just me.
All I can say is it's never good when they. It's never good on anybody. It's more negative than positive. Just to sum it up, everyone is affected, and in the end, everyone thinks it's stupid. Like if you think a feud between a band or any particular artist was like, oh yeah, this is a great idea for them, then you must go jump in a hole and fall off the cliff. I have fallen off many times, but never come back. So I'm just saying, like, it's gonna happen no matter what. The public is gonna um, uh, subtly demand, feuds because like flames to or like fire, like moths to a flame. people are drawn to drama.
Truth.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's a band. Mm-hmm.
Tim, go to hell.
I mean, it's true.
It's like, Tim, go to hell.
Or, as Dylan used to say, what the hell, Tim?
I still get that from other people, and I think about Dylan
I'm gonna
every
start
time.
saying that to you now. But anyway, it's always gonna be there. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just enlighten yourself about the situation before you go and decide and become torn in situations, and think about how other people feel if that's their favorite band and you just go bash on them.
Hmm.
You can't stop the internet, so don't even go to the internet trying to stop it.
There's no honor on the internet.
There's no honor on the internet. You will get trashed no matter what. So in reality, IRL for you
Filthy plebs.
just be conscious of what you say about each people's bands, artists, or whatever the case may be. And it doesn't even have to be like bands particularly. This could also go dive out or branch out into politics if you want to go that far, but also actors too.
Yeah, anything really.
Yeah, so knock
But
yourself out.
just as a closing note, and I'm not really in any position to be giving any advice, especially for aspiring artists, because hell, I am one. I haven't reached any kind of level of place where I can give any kind of validation. But if, for what it's worth, if you say it's all about the music, show it. That's
Exactly. Prove it,
exactly.
Be about it,
If it's about music, then who cares if a guy is using autotune? That has nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with the people that love the music that this other person makes. It's just music, man. It's a beautiful thing that should be enjoyed. And now to move on, Ken is actually going to be in charge of the Would You Rather for this episode. So
No,
Ken,
I'm
take it
not.
away.
I'm gonna go jump off a cliff now. You'll never hold me down. All right. So, would you rather have your elbow joints facing the opposite directions, or have your knees facing backwards?
Elbows.
Elbows. A grudge would be kind of fun.
Terrifying. I'd enjoy it. I can actually pop my elbow kind of out like that, but I'm not
I
gonna.
don't want to see that.
Tim,
What was it again?
have your elbows joints facing the opposite direction, or have your knees facing backwards?
Oh my god. It's gonna look so weird, man. I'm gonna go with all four. Is that an option?
No, Tim, you're going with everyone else. Actually, screw that.
Dang.
But the majority was have your elbow joints facing the opposite direction.
Because wouldn't you be walking backwards if your knees were the other way?
Probably.
Like, I just...
Well, I mean, it would look like it. That just looked disturbing, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's either that or grudge.
I mean, the grudge is stuff. Alright. Would you rather emit robot noises whenever you move, or make camera shutter sounds whenever you blink?
Or make what?
Or make cameras... You emit robot noises whenever you move, or make camera shutter sounds whenever you blink.
Oh.
Shutter sounds.
Robot.
Robot noises.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool.
Make what noises?
Robot noises when you move, or shutter sounds whenever you blink.
Shutter sounds whenever I blink.
That would be...
Because in the silence, that'd be funny as hell. You be in class, somebody be taking a test. Whoosh, whoosh. Like, I'd be so dead.
I'd be annoyed after a while. Like, it'd be cool. I'm gonna take a mental picture. Think they did it, or and then I'd be like trying to go to. I'm like falling asleep in class, and then oh god.
Oh, that would suck. Yeah, falling asleep, being sleepy out of nowhere. The fuck.
Majority make shudder sounds whenever they blink.
Dude, robot. That's a
Mine's make the sound.
It's 58% shudder sounds, 42% robot noises. All right. Would you rather eat a rotten raw steak or humans cooked liver?
I would have to say human cooked liver
Same.
because
Liver. Good liver. I ain't eating nothing rotten, boy. I ain't catching no disease.
true.
James, eat your own kind or eat something rotten.
Rotten.
Well, might be a cannibal.
It's not cannibalism.
Rotten.
You don't know about it.
What you
40
call it?
60. 60 is the cooked human liver. So
Like, you would have to live with knowing that you ate somebody's liver, but at the same time, from what I hear, cannibals have a hard time digesting human flesh. You're gonna be constipated AF.
oh, dude, that's terrible. All right. Win a $5,000 shopping spree to any store or a 10-day free vacation to any destination. Yeah, that's tough.
Wait, so any store and then I know the destination.
$5,000 to spend any store you want, or have a 10-day free vacation to anywhere you want.
Vacation.
I want to go with the 10-day vacation. Yeah, vacation.
At
mean,
this
like-
particular venture in my life, I'm gonna go with the $500. Like,
The
there are some things that
5,000.
I really want.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the five. I'm gonna go with 5,000 too.
James, we're going on a vacation, James. All right,
You
bro.
know what? Me and Kevin are gonna go on a shopping spree. Who says we can't buy a ticket with our shopping spree?
Truth.
James, where you want to go?
Let's see.
Wanna go to Japan?
Wait, where?
Japan.
Japan?
Yeah.
Let's go, bro.
Via booze. Of course you want to go to Japan.
James gonna turn up. You gonna have some
Alright.
fun.
Let's see. This was pretty close, but 55% said vacation, 45 said
I can understand this though. Like,
Yeah.
vacation is nice, but at this point in time, I want some things.
dude, money sounds pretty nice, right?
I want to buy a guitar and an amp.
All right.
I want.
Suck a hobo's toe for 2 minutes, or be in a cage with a honey badger and a lion for 20 seconds.
I'll be in the honey badger.
Age.
Cage with a honey badger.
What was the other one?
Suck a hobo's toe for 2 minutes.
Honey badger. I'm gonna just kick that motherfucker.
But you're also in there with a lion too. But
What if
30%
the badger just duke it out?
30% said hobo's toe, 70% said lion. That 30% is dumb. They are done for.
I can't.
They'll probably die from some disease off the
Yeah,
hobo's
they're
toe.
probably gonna get like gonorrhea first of all, and then they're gonna get like explodoria, and then they're gonna lose all their teeth, and then they're gonna die of cancer. You know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go jump off that cliff now. That was horrible, Kendrick.
Don't forget herpes.
Oh yeah, herpes. And I'm
Is
gonna
that still
stop.
a thing?
Herpes, yes.
Okay.
All right. Jesus. Oh, that's mine. Okay, there we go. Play with dog do like Play-Doh, or sit in someone else's warm urine. I'm sitting in someone else's warm urine. I'm sorry. That's just.
And what else?
You can sit in someone else's warm urine, or you can play with dog poop like it's Play-Doh.
Oh hell no! I'm sitting in warm urine.
For 3 minutes, by the way. For 3 minutes.
It don't
30?
take 3 minutes.
For 3
That's easy.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
As a kid, I'm pretty sure we sat in warm piss after peeing ourselves. So like that's nothing.
But somebody
I can do
else's-
No one played it. I hope no. I'm done.
You're gonna sit in a warm urine with me? For 3
Yes, I
minutes?
was in
Yeah.
a puddle. Yes.
Someone
Oh,
else's warm urine. Someone else's, not ours. That could have herpes and all kinds of things.
Just shut up.
I mean, you just don't have to touch it. You just have to sit in it. So
Then you
I mean,
can
I'm not
touch
putting
it.
my hands in it.
Tim. Somebody just
What's
peed
up?
all over your butt, essentially.
Oh my god. No.
Not just peed all over your butt, peed in your butt.
Okay, what's the percentage?
Okay, move, James. All right. 54% said. Why would the 46% play with dog poop in their hands for 3 minutes? That's my question.
I don't know, bro.
Like,
Well,
Who?
because pee, when I think of pee, I think like afterwards it's some kind of like radioactive substance and it's gonna like leave a rash.
Like, what if the pee was the person that just one of those healthy
Yeah,
people that drink water all day and all their pee is literally water?
Well, that would be a good scenario, but it doesn't specify, does it?
No, but it doesn't specify not either, does it? My question is, you're playing with. No, what? Let's just go on to the next question. 54% say warm urine. 46 said doctor. All right. Would you rather always be naked or always be itchy? Always
Itchy.
be naked.
I'd rather always be naked. Fuck that itchy shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go naked and then like live in a nudist colony.
I like the sound of
No,
that.
I can't do that shit.
29% said always be itchy. 71% say always be naked.
Because like if you're gonna be naked, you might as well be among your own kind, you know?
Truth.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I don't want to walk around and everybody's wearing like all these nice clothes.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that. That'd be weird.
All right.
All right, that's all the time we got for
Wait.
today.
This is the best one, Kevin. Let me say this.
Okay, make it quick.
Always wear Crocs or always wear socks and sandals?
Socks
We're
and
done.
sandals.
Oh my god, we're done. Yeah, we're done. Ah.
Thank you guys for joining me. Yeah, man. Thank you guys for joining me, Tim, Ken, and James. Join us next time we do this. I think it's gonna be last Friday every month. I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. On another note, I meant to say Summer, the other part of One Unpleasant Podcast, has unfortunately left due to reasons that are beyond anybody's control. Nothing bad. Just she
I
had
mean,
to leave, and that's fine.
hands.
Yeah. And so, yeah. Again, thank you guys for joining me, and good night.
Good night.